What's going on, folks? Coach Sam coming to you live from Rise Strength and Performance. I want to talk to you today about how the human body is a giant X and why I train unilaterally in a lot of what I do. So just think about the knee here. The knee has the ACL, the MCL, like the PCL, all those things kind of form X's or triangles. Triangles are very strong shapes. X's are very strong shapes. And that helps bend the knee. The bending happens in a lot of different joints or tendons working at the exact same time to move the knee. And that's what happens a lot up the chain, whether that's our ankle, the femur hip joint here, the joint in the low back where the hip comes together there. This side of the hip connects to this side of the back and vice versa. So we have to work either side in order to make a strong X. If we always are doing double leg stuff, whether that's deadlifts or squats, we could be reinforcing an imbalance. So one of the things I like to do is doing unilateral work with my clients. I'm going to show you a few of those right now. Just 3 of them. One is the lateral squat. So the lateral squat, being out wide, toes pointing straight forward, and I'm sitting this hip back and down. So I'm loading up this opposite side and then stretching, getting a good stretch in this adductor on the opposite side. So helping bring balance to the groin and getting a good stretch. Like I can feel I'm tighter on this side than I am on this opposite side. So hitting 8 per side on that is gonna help open those hips up, help kind of create some balance there, and hopefully help you feel a little better. The next one I like to do for leg balance is the Bulgarian split squat. So I just put my foot up on the bench here, top of the foot, and then I go through that squat motion. I really like this one for working the entire leg, but especially that glute and that hamstring. It's a great booty builder, but is a great way to find expose different weaknesses in your body. Like maybe this hip flexor is really, really tight, and if I come down, I'm arching really bad in my back, so I just bring this foot down to the ground and I make it into a split squat. It's a little more friendly on the hip flexor. Then I know I need to open up that hip flexor with some couch stretches and some other things. So that's a really great exercise. Hit 8 per side on that. If you want to build that booty, stretch the front of that opposite leg out and just have better balance in your legs. The final one that I like to do are single leg RDLs. So just balancing. This is great for A, balance, but also B, like actual balance, not just balance through the body, but balance throughout like your universal system. And then balance from hip to hip. So I've got the one leg going back. This one hip has to work a whole bunch. This foot has to work a whole bunch. This knee has to work a whole bunch. This ankle's working, holding that position, and then squeezing up through that. So I'm stretching the hamstring out, loading up that glute, kicking that leg back, then pulling against that stretch, getting tall. You can see how much my foot is working there. All right, I'll hit the other side on this angle here too, kicking that leg back and squeezing up. So this is a great way to work your hamstrings, work your glutes, get a good stretch in them, but also strengthen them at the same time whenever you pull against that stretch to get yourself back tall. It's also a great way to work your glutes and your hamstrings without putting a ton of pressure on your back. Traditional deadlift here, both legs driving up can tend to be, your legs tend to be stronger, both your legs together tend to be stronger than your back individually. So whenever I'm deadlifting here, pulling up, I'm driving with both legs. If I'm just going a single leg deadlift, if I'm here like this and I'm trying to deadlift, there's no way that one leg is going to be stronger than the back. So it's a lot safer on that back single leg RDL, single leg deadlift, but you still get the same benefits of building up the glutes and the hamstrings, and you get a little pressure on that low back to help grow it as well. We don't want to avoid training the lower back, obviously, but we want to do it in a smart way. So moral of the story, your body is one big X. We can't always just do squats, can't always just do deadlifts, can't always do double arm presses here, double arm rows. Hitting the body at different angles, unilaterally, under different loads is going to bring a lot of value to your training, whether that is if you're training just to be healthy or training for aesthetics. You'll find one side that is weaker than the other side, and you'll be able to train that side a little bit more, bring a little more balance to your body and bring some balance to your life. And if you got any questions about this stuff, feel free to shoot me a message, write me a letter here at 108 South Maple, and I would be happy to answer you. See you guys in the gym real soon. Thanks a lot.